tonight, and Chris Jimenez will catch him. And Chris says Tomlin will not be intimidated by the Yankee lineup he will face here tonight. We've got all the action straight ahead right here on Sports Time Ohio. Yankees, game 2 in this 4-game series. Young Josh Tomlin on the hill for the Tribe. That's not him. He's not quite that young. But at 25 years old, he will make his big league debut here tonight against the defending world champs. And the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Experience truly great engineering today at your authorized dealer. Jeter, Swisher, Teixeira, A-Rod, Cano, then a change late. Granderson batting 6th, Miranda 7th, Cervelli 8th, Gardner 9th. As the catcher Jorge Posada was a last-minute scratch with some soreness in his left knee. First pitch missed inside. (79 degrees) our game time temperature here in downtown Cleveland. And Derek Jeter skies one in the air, center field. Trevor Crowe settles under it. And Josh Tomlin has recorded his first big league out.
Now he might be able to take a breath. Let's take a look at tonight's starting pitcher, brought to you by the Great Lakes Team Shop in Mentor, Josh Tomlin. These are numbers from Columbus in AAA. It'll be his first major league start, 8-4, 268. He didn't give up many hits, 83 hits in 107 innings and 33 walks. So he just averaged just a hair over one base runner per inning. And that's one of the reasons why he is up here getting the start.
Tomlin was a 19th round pick back in 2006 out of Texas Tech. He was born in Tyler. The 1-0 pitch. Nick Swisher sends a high drive to center. Crowe back a few steps. And Swisher is out number 2.
Take a look at the Taco Bell Indians defensive lineup behind Tomlin tonight. It'll be Kearns in left, Crowe is in center, Chu is in right. On the infield, Peralta at third, Cabrera at short, Donald is at second, Laporta at first. Chris Jimenez getting the start because he caught Tomlin down in the minor leagues a number of times. Manny felt that would be better. And when you're making a choice for late night, Taco Bell is a late night place to be.
Mark Teixeira, 0 for 3 last night, steps in, looks at a ball outside. At the knees on the outside corner. Josh Tomlin is a guy who is not going to wow you with the radar gun. That pitch on the inside corner for a strike. His fastball right around 90, 91 miles an hour tops.
I guarantee they talk to him and say, hey, try and stay aggressive with these guys. Don't fall behind if you have anything to do about it, much like Westbrook did last night. Pitched a great game. There's some numbers on Tomlin.
In the air, near the line with the shift on, Donald makes the catch. And it's a 9-pitch first inning for Josh Tomlin in his major league debut against the Yankees. Tribe coming to bat. Josh Tomlin, 1-2-3 first inning in his big league debut here tonight. Indians starting lineup is presented by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. It's Trevor Crowe, Asdrubal Cabrera, and Shin-Soo Choo at the top. Austin Kearns and then Shelley Duncan, followed by Johnny Peralta in the middle. Matt Laporta, Jason Donald, and Chris Jimenez rounded out.
CC Sabathia making his 22nd start, a record of 13-3. ERA of 3.18. He has not lost in his last 10 starts. He's 9-0, 222 earned run average. He's actually undefeated at home. He's 6-3 on the road, a 3.65 ERA. He had a no decision against the Tribe earlier in the year, back on May 29th.
CC with his second career start against the Indians here.
You know, his last loss came the start before this game against Cleveland. It was against the New York Mets. And it was in New York, but it was in Citi Field.
Trevor Crowe sends one high in the air, and pop-ups seem to be the order of the day so far.
Let's check out that Yankees defense, brought to you by Huntington Bank. Behind Sabathia tonight, it's Gardner in left. Granderson is in center, Swisher in right. A-Rod is at third base, Jeter at short. Cano at second, Miranda getting the start at first base today, and Cervelli will be behind the plate tonight. He was the addition because Posada came out. He had a sore left knee.
As Asdrubal Cabrera steps in. And the pitch is outside for ball one. One-0 delivery is sliced out of play.
That game that was started by Sabathia back in New York on the 29th was the only time that the Indians were able to win. They won 13-11 because they got the bullpen. They scored 7 runs in that 7th inning. Sabathia came out after 5 innings, leading 10-5.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Cabrera with a nice little bunt up the third baseline. But Cervelli makes a nice play to take care of that 2 down. take a look at our great clip of the game, brought to you by Great Clips. Shin-Soo Choo with Michael Brantley running. Line a double in the right center field gap that gave the Indians at that time a 2-1 lead. Relax. You're at Great Clips. Of course, if you have not heard, all of a sudden here's Manny Act out.
I do not know why he came out there.
Is he arguing that potentially it could have been a foul ball? Didn't see. Two down for Shin-Soo Choo. Choo slaps it out of play the other way. As Drupal Cabrera, Shin-Soo Choo, and Johnny Peralta, the only Indians in the starting lineup tonight that played with Sabathia while he wore the Tribe uniform. Travis Hafner getting the night off. Choo, a little blooper over the head of Alex Rodriguez, and a 2-out single for Choo here in the first.
Well, that goes to show you how strong a Choo is. He didn't bust his bat, and that ball got way inside on him. But he's able to just push it off, get it over the head of Rodriguez, and get it in there for a base hit. Now, when we talk about that 1 for 34 that guys are with runners in scoring position, it was a hit just like that by Choo. That was the hit with a runner in scoring position. Brantley was on second and never scored on that one base hit. It was almost just like that.
Austin Kern steps in. Runner goes. Pitch is called a strike. Throw way off the mark.
Beautiful jump.
Choo has his 13th stolen base of the year.
Well, he left on first movement. And now runners are 14 out of 16.
A stolen base, courtesy of Saucony Shoes, as we take another look. Dedicated to inspiring every runner every day. At Saucony, we run. So now Kearns with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. Takes the ball down low to even the count. If you haven't heard, in order for the Indians to put Josh Tomlin, their starting pitcher tonight, on the active roster, he was not part of their 40-man roster. They had to make some maneuvers. Michael Brantley was sent back to AAA, and Wes Hodges was designated for assignment. Kearns with a base hit into left field. Coming around third. Choo's going to try to score. Gardner's throw to the plate. He is out at the dish. He never got there. Cervelli did a great job of blocking Choo before he could get to the plate, applying the tag. And the inning is over. After score, no score after 1. By Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. No score, second inning here at Progressive Field, and Alex Rodriguez will lead off for the Yankees. Josh Tomlin delivers down low for ball one. Swung on and missed to even the count.
Well, he's got to feel a lot better now after getting through that first inning. And he did it in, 9 pitches?
Threw it by him with a pretty good fastball at 92 miles an hour. Josh Tomlin played collegiately before he went to Texas Tech to junior college. And that pitch outside. And in 2005, the Padres made him an 11th round pick, but he turned him down. And a year later, signed with the Indians when they drafted him in the 18th round. Or 19th round, excuse me. Ground ball, hit to short. Routine for Asdrubal Cabrera. One away. Let's go back and take a look at that play that ended the bottom of the first. This was a great throw by Gardner.
I'll tell you, and Chu had a very good jump, and Cervelli does a great job to block the play to one hopper right there, and Chu never gets to home plate. Yeah, he finally does. But I'll tell you, a good jump, 2 outs, you got to send him, and it was a very good throw by Gardner, and it gets Chu at home plate to take out that run. He had good plays last night, good defense. Continues and carries over tonight.
Having seen the throw that Gardner made, does that change Steve Smith's thinking the next time, perhaps?
Not at all. No, with 2 outs and with that base runner, you're going to send him. More times than not, you're going to force that guy to make that throw every single time.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to stay aggressive, and I don't blame him. Especially when you finally get a hit with runners in scoring position, You're certainly not going to hold them up.
Kind of an interesting note in that it's only the Indians' second hit in their last 35 tries with a runner in scoring position, and both of those hits did not score runs.
Well, you keep going. You keep plugging away.
Robinson Cano takes a strike. Robinson Cano having a terrific year, but Josh Hamilton is in another world right now.
Well, Cano was up there in the 360s for a while, but the reality of it, it's hard to hit that high for that long. I mean, when you look, when you think about it and you look at an MVP on this team, he may be the one, Robinson Cano, in my opinion. He has been solid.
High and foul out of play.
Just recorded his 1,000th major league hit before coming into this series this weekend in New York against Kansas City.
It's easy to see, Rick, on a team with big names and superstar players, how a guy like Cano could be, and I don't want to say overlooked, but certainly if he was a star on another team, he'd probably get a whole lot more publicity.
Well, he fits in very well in this Yankees team. And he hits left-handers very well, too, because for Cano, he's hit 18 home runs. 10 of them have come off left-handers. Pujols is the only other guy that has more against left-handed pitching.
Three-two pitch to Cano. Got him to reach for that one. Pops it to center field where Trevor Crowe squeezes it for out number 2.
Well, that was a changeup, too. He's gotten a couple of guys on changeups, and as of right now, that looks like it might be his out pitch.
5 up, 5 down so far for Josh Tomlin.
Well, he's made quick work of the first 5, and he's 0 for 5 on first pitch strikes. So go figure that one out. Make it 0 for 6.
He's fallen behind 2-0 to Curtis Granderson, who socked a 2-run homer. That was the difference in the ballgame last night off Jake Westbrook in the 8th inning. Rolls it foul, first base side. Two-one pitch, sky high pop again. And Shin-Soo Choo jogging in, makes the catch. And so Josh Tomlin 6 up, 6 down to start the ball game. No score, middle of the second. Already some excitement in action, though. Josh Tomlin has retired the side in order, first 2 innings. And the Indians had a runner thrown out at the plate trying to score to end the bottom of the first. Shelley Duncan DHing tonight. As you see, young Josh Tomlin. Duncan, then Johnny Peralta and Matt Laporta here in the second. Ground ball to short. Jeter. On the money, one away. Tonight's achievement of the game is brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in us all. Won the Cy Young Award with the Indians in 2007. Last year helped pitch the Yankees into the World Series. Looking for his 150th career win. And what we noticed in his time in Cleveland has held true since, and that is he's a tremendous second-half pitcher.
Oh, boy.
I mean, last year and then so far this year, he's 12-2 after the All-Star break, just in his last couple of years.
Well, he's any way you look at his numbers now, he's very, very good. When you look at he's 5-0 in his own division against the AL East, and you're going up against Boston, Tampa, the teams that they have to beat.
Peralta smacks it down the left field line, but he's out in front of it. It's a foul ball.
I remember when CC made his major league debut here, came April 8th in 2001 against Baltimore. He went 5 2/3 innings in his debut. He gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. The 3 runs came in the first inning. It was a 3-run homer by Jeff Conine. And he gave up 1 hit the rest of the way. So he really settled in.
And if I remember right, Rick, he threw something like between 30 and 50 straight fastballs to start the game.
He may have.
He was just amped up, bringing the heat, pitch after pitch after pitch. He has since really learned how to pitch.
He was a thrower. He was a thrower back then.
Clubbed to right. Swisher has it. 2 down. Time now for the AT&T trivia question. AT&T Rethink Possible. Which former Indian is the last player to hit 2 bases-loaded triples in one game? Why would you even remember something like that? 2 bases-loaded triples in one game.
Because I know who did it. And it was against the Yankees.
It's only been done 3 times in Major League history. I'm going to go Buddy Bell.
Okay.
Be my stab in the dark.
Good guess. We'll see. Like we get the answer around the 5th or 6th inning.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Matt Laporta takes a strike. 1 for 4 with a double last night for Laporta. And Sabathia's 0-2 pitch. Down on the dirt. You talk about Sabathia evolving from thrower to pitcher. Not only, did he make his breaking ball better over the years, but the changeup became a dominant pitch for him.
That's what separated him from everything else. He used to be fastball, changeup, and now when he developed his changeup to where he could throw it at any time.
Strikes out Laporta, and the Indians go 1-2-3. No score through 2 innings. Against Josh Tomlin. Folks enjoying the action from the Terrace Club here at Progressive Field. Bottom third of the New York lineup here tonight. In the third will be Juan Miranda, Francisco Cervelli, and Brett Gardner. Gardner a weak chopper to first, foul. Excuse me, Miranda. In the original lineup, you had Jorge Posada batting 6th. But when he was scratched, they moved Granderson up to 6th. Miranda went from 8th to 7th. And Cervelli went into the 8-hole. The 0-1 pitch. A little bit outside to even the count. That's hammered fouled on the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Josh Tomlin's 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Changeup.
His first major league strikeout is out number 1 here in the 3rd.
That seems to be his out pitch, or the one he tries to go to when he gets to 2 strikes is the changeup. It's only been 7 hitters that we've seen. Look at it. Deep in the grip, 3 fingers, good location. I haven't really seen a breaking ball from him yet. I've seen a cutter. Haven't seen a curveball or anything, so it's basically been a sinker, slider, changeup. Or cutter, I should say.
Well, Carlos Santana has been the Indians' everyday catcher really since he got called up. You have to give him a break every now and again. And Manny Acta felt that with Chris Jimenez having caught Tomlin in the minor leagues a number of times, it was a good night to do that.
It's a great idea.
2 down. And it was Jimenez who told Manny Acta, hey, this Tomlin kid will not be intimidated. He won't be awed by the moment or who's on the other team or who he's facing. And so far, I'd have to think Chris Jimenez is right on the money with that assessment. He looks pretty calm and has his emotions under control out there on the hill.
Well, yes, he does, and it's good to see. But now we'll see after this first time through the adjustments, because that's why I say every time you face a guy for the first time, the pitcher certainly has the advantage.
Brett Gardner, the number 9 hitter, takes a strike. And Manny said to me, he said, this Tomlin kid, he might go out there and get knocked around. This is a good team he's going up against. This is a team that beats up good pitching. But they feel pretty good about Tomlin being able to stay in the moment, as they say.
Well, it gives them a look. They had to put him on the 40-man roster, so obviously they felt like this was probably going to be the best bet in this situation and the scenario.
Strike called.
Because you just don't open up a spot on the 40-man. They could have waited and let him stay in the minor leagues all year long, but they just felt he earned his way and at least a start at this level, which is good if you're a young pitcher.
What I like so far, 21 strikes, 13 balls, so he's been somewhat aggressive. Checked his swing, rung him up. Dan Isanya punches out Gardner. 2 strikeouts for Tomlin, 9 up, 9 down through the first 3 innings for the Indians' rookie right-hander. Yankee fans in attendance last night, many more here once again this evening. But another decent-sized crowd here at Progressive Field. Jason Donald, Chris Jimenez, Trevor Crow to bat for the Tribe. Donald looks at a strike outside corner. A little bit too high. Evens the count at 1-1. Donald doubled last night for the Indians. They had some extra base hits. They just couldn't push many across. And that's because they couldn't bunch them together.
Well, bunching hits together off good pitching is hard to do. And that's been the case in point here in the last 5 games. You're facing good pitching.
Check to swing, a strike, 2-2. Looked like Cervelli calling for a fastball. Donald stays alive.
I'm going to send out birthday wishes. Lance Zink, 25 today. He is our score box operator at STL. Lance, happy birthday to you. Logan Decker of Fremont turning 5. Logan, happy birthday. And we celebrate John and Sophie Hallam of Haines City, Florida, celebrating their 62nd anniversary. Congratulations.
2-2, check to swing, and it's fouled back. Good old Haines City. We used to call that home for a couple months a year.
Yes, we did, for many years.
Many of us stayed just outside of Winter Haven in Haines City. Yeah.
Remember it well.
How can you forget it? Now the 2-2 pitch. Full count. So good at bat for Jason Donald here to start the 3rd inning. He'll be followed by Chris Jimenez and then Trevor Crow. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to short. Jeter looks it into the mitt and throws him out. Here's our Subway fresh face of the game. Jordan Brown yesterday in a big win against Pawtucket. 3 for 3 with a homer. Drove in 4. Subway fresh face of the game. Play hard. Eat fresh. A little bit low. Ball 1 to Chris Jimenez. Two balls and no strikes. Jimenez knows that in his role he's not going to get a lot of at-bats, so he's got to work extra hard to try and stay sharp, because usually this is the case. When you're the extra guy, your opportunities come against guys like Sabathia.
Sure they do. Well, and the one thing you have to do, and it's hard to do when you're a young player, is you try not to give any at-bats up, because you may only get 3 to begin with if you're going to hit 9th. And if you give one away just to go up there and swing at that first pitch, you've got to really maximize everything. But here's a young kid that you're not going to get any at-bats. He doesn't know a track record of any of the pitchers, so you have to pretty much look first pitch fastball and get after it.
Now he's got the double whammy after fouling that ball off his leg. Staring down a Sabathia heater. 2-1 pitch. 96 miles an hour right back to the screen. Coming right in to your living room.
That is. That's right in your bowl of popcorn.
Sabathia now ready with a 2-2. Jimenez a high fly ball foul. And then down out of play. Indians started the night 41-58, a game in back of fourth place Kansas City in the AL Central. Yankees a 3-game lead over Tampa in the East with a 63-35 mark. The 2-2 pitch. And again, Jimenez stays alive.
There you go. Do whatever you can to foul him off and extend that at bat for one more pitch.
Yankees couldn't gain any ground with that win last night because Matt Garza threw the first no-hitter in Tampa franchise hitter to blank the Tigers. It's the first team a team's been involved in 3 no-hit games since 1917.
But in one year?
Swung out and missed. Gets his second strikeout, 2 down.
Well, we would like you to fill the house for Special Olympics. That'll be tomorrow when this Yankee series continue. The ball game, 7:05. For every ticket sold, $1 will be donated to the Special Olympics. Call 216-420-HITS or visit Indians.com.
What's interesting about that, Rick, that I read that back in 1917, it was the same 2 teams that were involved in all 3 no-hitters.
Oh, is that right?
It was the St. Louis Browns and the Chicago White Sox.
Well, that is that. I mean, you think about it. They've been no hit twice, and then they come back, and you figure it's nice to get on the other side of one for a while. They were no hit last year too against Burley, weren't they?
Yeah, perfecto.
Yeah, 2 perfectos and a no hitter.
1-0 pitch. Called strike. Crow flied to right his first time up. Indians had a chance to get on the board in the first with back-to-back hits. Chu with a single. He stole second and tried to score on Austin Kern's base hit to left. But he was thrown out at the plate on a good strong throw by Brett Gardner, the Yankee left fielder. Sabathia with a 1-2. And Crow pops it back foul, out of play. I think the goofiest thing that happened in baseball was with Florida Marlins outfielder Chris Coughlin. He's done for the year. It sounds like it anyway. He's going to need surgery after he was injured giving one of his teammates a shaving cream pie in the post-game interview.
That's the second time now. Celebration has cost a ball player the year.
He tore the meniscus in his left knee.
Well,
no more pies apparently now in Florida.
Well, pies. The other one with the Angels was the celebration at home plate. It's a freak thing. And don't ask me how it happens, but...
Oh, we saw the video of it. It wasn't like he did anything extraordinarily odd. You know, he didn't jump over top of 3 people to get there. It just
landed the wrong way, I guess.
It was definitely freak. One ball, 2 strikes the count here. 42nd pitch of the night for Sabathia. Broken bat liner to third, and the Indians go 1-2-3. 3 innings in the books, no score in Cleveland. no score. Josh Tomlin about to make his 36th pitch of the ballgame. Last night, Jake Westbrook made 36 pitches through the first 3 innings of the ballgame, retiring the Yankees in order, just as Josh Tomlin has done. And it's the top 5 hitters in this Yankee lineup, the modern-day version, I guess, of a murderer's row, if you will. They're combined 1 for 22 in the series.
Well, let's keep it that way. 4-game series, you never know what can happen, but so far it's been very quiet, the way you like to see it. Well, we'll see what happens, see what any adjustment that this lineup makes a second time through after they have just a little idea of what he goes after and what he likes to throw in certain counts.
Line drive, base hit into left field. So the Yankees get their leadoff man aboard. It's the first hit given up by Josh Tomlin. A chance to catch up with Manny Acta in between innings. Manny, I know expectations can sometimes be a tricky thing, but with Josh Tomlin, he looks like he's a veteran out there on the hill tonight.
Well, that's one of the things we kept hearing about him from the minor league people, is that this kid is not going to be intimidated by anybody. Is he going to continue this for 6 more innings? We don't know, but the fact is he doesn't look intimidated. He's just going right after guys, hasn't walked anybody, and has really shown some poise out there.
Did you put Chris Jimenez in there to catch him today because he has a little history with him down in the minor leagues and giving Santana the day off?
Well, Santana had a scheduled day off regardless because he has been struggling a little bit from the right side of the plate, and today was the right day to do that. But also Jimenez, that play into it too because of the history of them two together.
Manny, thanks for your time.
All right, guys.
Nick Swisher down on the count 0-1. Tomlin pops him up right in front of the plate. Coming in from third, Johnny Peralta. And that's out number 1 here in the 4th.
That looked like a little cutter right there that stayed in. You see maybe late movement in on the hands where it's a fastball, not quite as hard as his normal fastball, but it has a little movement coming in. Swisher upset. He swung at it but popped it straight up. Tomlin gets the first out.
Indians with a 3-man shift on the right side for Mark Teixeira. And he's way out in front of that, up into the club seat section.
Man, those people are going to have to get some sunglasses and get some flip downs because, I mean, he pulled that ball. That's hard to hit one over there. That sunshine still in their eyes over in the club seats.
Missed down low. 1-1 with the fastball. Josh Tomlin hails from Tyler, Texas. Also the same hometown as the man known as the Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell.
That's where I heard Tyler, Texas.
One of the all-time great NFL running backs. Teixeira sends a towering drive to deep center. Crow backpedaling to make the catch now comes in, and that's out number 2. Browns training camp opens Saturday in Berea, and STO will be there once again with Training Camp Daily. All the gang on hand for Training Camp Daily Saturday night at 10 o'clock right here on STO. Now the balls are exchanged between Jack Efta and the home plate umpire. If you weren't with us last night, they're using specially designated balls so they can authenticate the 600th career home run hit by Alex Rodriguez, if and when it comes. I say if, I mean it's inevitable. But whether or not it comes in this series, only time will tell. Tomlin delivers,
and
a fastball strike.
A-Rod's 35th birthday today. He's celebrating a birthday, and I'll tell you what, sometimes the pressure of trying to get that out of the way sometimes could weigh on him as well. You think the pressure may be on the pitcher, the young rookie going out there. That can go the other way as well.
The 0-1 delivery. Well, I'm sure he's trying not to think about it, but every time he goes to the plate, he's got to watch the balls that come in that are separate. Right. These are special balls just for you. So, I mean, it's right there. It's always around him.
That's exactly right. There's no way he cannot think about it.
Now, maybe when he steps into the box, he can eliminate all of that. 1-1 pitch. Checked. He went too far. Home plate umpire Dan Isanya said you went around. And the count 1-2.
See, we're not noticing all the flashes like we did last night in his last 2 at-bats when it gets darker in here. But the lights are flashing. And
They're there.
Did not, yes, they are. He did not check his swing. They called it.
They just don't show up quite as much.
Right.
They are packed on that home run porch like sardines in a can.
Everybody coming out of their seats trying to catch the magical ball.
Jeter's running. Throw down to second base. Got him. What a throw by Jimenez. And that'll end the inning. Derek Jeter nailed trying to steal second. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. Score between the Yankees and the Indians, and it will be as Drupal Cabrera, Shin-Soo Choo, and Austin Kearns to face CC Sabathia. Cabrera tried to bunt his way aboard his first time up. He was thrown out by catcher Francisco Cervelli. Ground ball single into left field for Cabrera, and the Indians get their leadoff man aboard for the first time tonight.
Actually, that's the 3rd time in the series that they've had their leadoff man aboard. 3 for now 12. The Yankees have only had their man aboard just 1 time. 3rd hit for the Indians.
Now let's see if they can make something out of it here. Choo, a base hit his first time up on a ball that he just muscled over the head of Alex Rodriguez at third base. Yankees outfield actually plays Choo the other way, almost like he was a right-handed pull hitter. Figuring the way that Sabathia is going to pitch him, or at least the game plan that he won't pull a ball.
Off a left-handed pitcher, I may agree with that, because at first when they ran it inside, he fought it off, went the other way. He will pull a ball if CC hangs him a breaking ball.
Slashes it down the left field line. Fair ball. Headed to the corner. It checked up, and the Yankees catch a little bit of a break as Cabrera has to stop at third. Instead of traveling all the way down into the corner, it's like it hit the side railing and kicked straight up in the air for Gardner. So second and third for the Indians with nobody out. It's Chu's 18th double of the year.
You know, that was a great pitch by CeCe. That was down. I don't even know if it was a strike. You know, remember he did this to David Price, too.
Yes.
In the first inning, he hit a double that way. Now, that's two of your top-notch left-handed pitchers, CeCe, David Price. Chu staying on that fastball, shooting it the other way. Indians in good shape. Second and third, nobody out.
Austin Kearns base hit his first time up. High and slicing foul and into the seats. That's 49 straight games now for the Indians with an extra base hit. That streak continues. Kearns single in the first inning almost put the Tribe on top, but Chu was cut down at the plate trying to score. Missed inside with the 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
It was a terrific play by Gardner. One hopper to Cervelli, and they, Chu barely reached the plate. And it was a perfect one-hop throw. Couldn't be any better.
Broke the bat. Rodriguez coming home with the throw. And the ball pops loose. The Indians score. Cabrera is safe. And the Indians take a 1-0 lead. I think he was going to punch him out.
He would have been.
But Cervelli just couldn't hold it.
That's
the only thing I wasn't sure, Rick, is if he actually got the tag on him. Cabrera was trying to avoid it. And maybe because of that, Cervelli had to reach so far and the ball popped loose.
He had him. There was no doubt they were going to ring him up. The ball beat him. And just as he swipes, that ball flies out of the glove. Watch this. Cabrera sliding to the outside. He kicked it out of it.
Yes, he did.
He kicked it out of his glove. You can see Cabrera. That's why you go in feet first. You got a chance to do that to the catcher. Kick it out of his glove, and there it goes. Comes down. It'll be a fielder's choice RBI.
They charge an error? Wow. Okay.
So the Indians will get on the board. That is an error. That's the 11th error by Yankee catchers. Only their 42nd this year as a team.
Is it me, or is that a tough way to earn an error when a guy kicks it out?
Well,
of
it's a tough way to earn an error, and I think it fell out after he applied the tag, and maybe because they said the umpire was going to call him out, he dropped the ball, and that's an error. So it is a fielder's choice. It is an error.
But a forced error, really, because of the aggressive slide by Cabrera. Either way you slice it, Tribe on top 1-0 is Shelley Duncan. Looks at a ball outside. Oh, man, did he take a mighty hack. Came up empty, 1-1.
Well, he'll probably see that pitch a lot. He's a free swinger. He loves the fastball. And that was a changeup. And if CeCe keeps that changeup down and away, the only way that Shelley Duncan is going to hit that ball is if he gives up and he doesn't try and hit it into the seats. He's going to have to go the other way with it.
High pop. Shallow right. Out goes Morano, the first baseman. Makes the catch. And the runners have to hold. Let's go back to the studios right now for this in-game update with Al Pawlowski.
All right, Matt, Rick, let's go down to St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay and Detroit. And Carlos Pena in the first inning, leaving the yard. 2-run homer, his 22nd of the year, tied for 4th in the AL now with homers. Tampa Bay leads Detroit 2-0, second inning.
It's the 5th straight game now. The Indians have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. What you'd like, though, is that big old crooked number that they have not been able to find many times of late. Peralta flied out to right his first time up. Johnny looks at the ball down low. 1 for 4 with a double last night. As Dribble Cabrera scoring the first run of this game for the Tribe. Way outside, 2-0. Shin-Soo Choo, the runner at second base, with Austin Kearns at first. And 1 down here in the 4th.
Right now, CeCe looks like a 2-pitch pitcher because his slider is not there. He's tried a couple of them in the inning, and they've been really away from the right-handed hitters. He likes to throw that slider, go down and in to the right-handers, and he hasn't had command of that. Changeup. That's the one you're going to get. I mean, that's his bread and butter. That's the pitch that we talked earlier that has separated CeCe from when he first came up when he was fastball slider, because he will throw this pitch at any time, in any count, to any hitter. And when you you have to get geared up for a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and you're getting that at 84, 85, big difference.
There's the 95-mile-an-hour fastball that misses, and the count is 3-1 as Derek Jeter comes sprinting in.
I'm just thinking that maybe he wanted to check on the signs.
I think it's exactly right, because Jeter didn't say anything. Sabathia was just simply telling him.
Maybe that we switched or something like that, because those middle infielders have to know what the signs are, what you're going to throw.
Three-one pitch.
Change up again.
The old adage, if you throw it 3-1, you'll throw it 3-2. So Peralta may be looking at another one.
He still had him out front, and I don't see why not. He's been throwing it for a strike. You throw another one. Keep it down and away.
He reaches out, taps it up the middle. Jeter flips to second. Didn't get him. He came off the bag. They're safe everywhere. How do you like that? Jeter made a tremendous flip to second base, but Cano came off the bag.
You mean he's safe at first, too?
Safe everywhere.
Holy smokes. That ball, CeCe almost grabbed it. They had to stop, and there was no reason to be thrown out here.
I mean, that's one of those, he was in the area.
Wow. He was there, but he just, you know why? He wanted to turn it. He cheated a little bit, and a lot of times they do let you cheat out there, but that time he did not. Jerry Meals at second base said, I'm sorry, he pulled his foot off. So a huge break right here for the Indians.
So that's a fielder's choice and an error charged to Cano. Second error charged to the Yankees here in the inning. So the Indians, who it seemed like went a month without catching a break, have caught a number of breaks already in this series. And now the bases are loaded with one out for Matt Laporta. And I don't know if Joe Girardi is miffed with the umpires or miffed because Cano just was a little hasty.
Now he's going to go down and get out with the crew chief, Dale Scott, who's at first base.
Yeah.
You know, he's just going to go and have his say. He's upset that the call didn't go their way. Cano actually did pull his foot a little early. He was cheating to try and turn the double play. So now he's just going to go down and let the umpires know, let's go. He went out to have his say, but he did pull his foot early. I mean, there was no reason because Jeter gave him a good flip. It wasn't like it pulled him off the base.
Laporta swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. Laporta and Sabathia, of course, involved in the trade that sent CC to Milwaukee. Laporta coming to Cleveland along with Michael Brantley. Now the two-strike delivery. And Laporta sends a fly ball right center field. Swisher over. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third and coming home to score is Chu. Kearns tags and goes to third. 2-0 Cleveland. Laporta with his 20th run batted in on the year.
So that cost the Yankees a run, that mistake there. Indians take a 2-0 lead. Laporta gets his 20th RBI on the sacrifice fly.
And now Jason Donald, with runners at first and third and 2 down, will be the batter. Donald slaps it fouled on the right side. Well, because of the errors, it's made Sabathia have to make a lot of pitches now. And instead of getting the requisite 3 outs, he's had to get about 5 or 6. And the 0-1 pitch to Donald. A little bit low.
Well, this is a Yankees team, too. Defensively, they're very good. They're second in the league, right behind Minnesota. They now have 43 errors. When you look at they've only given up 5 unearned runs this year.
5 unearned runs?
Hold on a second. Let me double check that. No, I'm sorry. 26.
I was going to say that would have been a record or something.
Yeah, that would have been. Because it was like 16 was the lowest.
Yeah. Well, it's a well-paid infield. They should not make a lot of errors. Although Teixeira's not playing first base tonight, and he's probably unparalleled among defensive first basemen right now. The runner at third, Austin Kearns. Johnny Peralta at first with 2 down. And CeCe with a lob toss over toward Johnny. This will be pitch number 65 on the night for Sabathia. Missed inside, 2-2. Good at bat here for Jason Donald. Bleachers are packed once again tonight here at Progressive Field. The 2-2. Way outside, and a good stab by Cervelli to save a run right there. The bleachers were packed last night. And once again, they're filled to the gills. Jason Donald on his 3-2 pitch. We'll try to find a gap. The runner at first, Peralta, will be off with the pitch. And the payoff is swung on and missed. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 men left aboard. We've played 4. It's Cleveland 2, New York nothing. real fruit smoothies are now available in wild berry and strawberry banana flavors. By KeyBank. Stop in and start a conversation and unlock your possibilities. And by Panini's, now open in Chagrin Falls, Solon, and Brunswick. Visit paninisgrill.com. 2-0 Tribe. Fifth inning here at Progressive Field. Alex Rodriguez was at the plate in the fourth inning when Jeter was thrown out trying to steal. So he'll lead off the fifth. And there's a fan who would like to cash in on the investment of the 600 home run ball. But it won't come here as Laporta fields it cleanly, tags the bag, and Rodriguez 0 for 6 now in the series. This scoreboard update is brought to you by Wendy's. You know when it's real. Wendy's.
Jack Efta's getting more airtime than the players. Running in and out of there with those baseballs. Gonna have to get him a number.
Robinson Cano looks at a ball up high. Cano 0 for 4 in the series. He flied to center his first time up. .50 pitches now on the night for Josh Tomlin. 31 have been strikes. He's given up one base hit.
Well, I can tell you what, to this point, you certainly cannot ask for anything more. He's been outstanding.
Slicing down the line.
Just the one hit.
And because Jeter was thrown out trying to steal, he's faced the minimum now through 4. He has been as advertised.
Well, yeah, I mean, advertised by who? Chris Jimenez? Or, I've never even saw him in spring training. But the kids come up and he wasn't intimidated like they said.
Backhanded by Laporta, 2 down. Well, Manny Acta said he's not a guy that blows up the radar gun. He doesn't wow you with any one particular pitch where you say, wow, look at the tilt on that breaking ball or the deception of this pitch or that. He just wins.
Gets outs. Bingo.
He wins, he gets outs.
That's the bottom line no matter how you do it, how you go about your business.
And at 6'1" and barely 200 pounds.
Well, sometimes I think too much is made about having to throw 95, 96, 97 to get guys out. It's a matter of having a feel and knowing how to pitch. Locating, staying aggressive, pitching ahead in the count. All that comes into play.
The 2-0 pitch. Strike is called.
That's a pitch you have to throw and be able to come with when you fall behind hitters, early in the count 2-0 and you're not overpowering. You've got to have a 2-0 pitch you can go to, your go-to pitch.
2-2 the count. And this is what's also been impressive. Even when he's fallen behind, he's been able to come right back and get into the at-bat or make them swing ahead in the count at his pitch.
Those guys are talking about the same thing we're talking about. I guarantee Belcher's talking to Manny Acta saying, hey, this guy, you see, there's a 2-0 pitch. Boom, he paints it. They're doing the same thing. They haven't seen him pitch before. What did he pitch, one time this year in spring training?
I think that's all he, in a big league spring training game, yeah. Jimenez got a foul tip on his foot. Let's face it. If you're a scout and you're out there combing the countryside looking for the next big thing, you want 6'4", 6'5", 250 pounds and a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Absolutely.
You're looking for those kind of guys. But there's a lot of guys like Josh Tomlin who figure it out with half the tools of some of those guys.
They have to.
He sets him down 1-2-3 for the 4th time tonight. And it's 2-0 Tribe, middle of the 5th. 2-0 Tribe as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Look at that pull.
Chris Jimenez, Trevor Crowe, Asdrubal Cabrera. Jimenez struck out his first time up. 68 pitches for Sabathia. 48 for strikes. 10 of 18 first pitch strikes. Nothing new here. The Indians have fouled 16 pitches off tonight. And that's something that we saw for years with Sabathia. You will see guys spoil and have prolonged at bats because all they can do is flick that fastball or just maybe get a piece of it sometimes.
Well, the errors hurt last inning when they got on the board. It was all set up by that first play after they had the second and third play at home plate on the fielder's choice off the bat of Austin Kearns.
And remember, Francisco Cervelli was not in the original starting lineup. Jorge Posada was supposed to catch tonight, but he was scratched late just before game time with soreness in his left knee. Jimenez with a line drive, base hit off the tip of the glove of Robinson Cano.
Look at, he's just shaking his head and he's saying, that's my fault.
Didn't make the pitch he wanted to, obviously.
Right, exactly right. He left that breaking ball out. He gave him a little too much swinging room. He wanted that ball inside a little bit more, and Cano got leather on it.
Tribe gets their leadoff man aboard for the second inning in a row, and now Trevor Crowe, who is 0 for 2, steps in. Yankees looking for a bunt. He squares, pulls it back, takes a strike. Happy birthday wishes tonight to Kathy Starkey, celebrating her 49th birthday. She used to work in the Indians team shop down in Mansfield, so long-time Tribe fan.
Send happy birthday wishes to my wife, Sue, at home. Happy birthday, honey.
You could send her a card.
I did that already.
Oh, shatters the bat. Cano can't tag Jimenez. Throws to first to get the out, and now they get Jimenez on the tag.
That was a great play by Robbie Cano. You know what? He made the runner stop, and Jimenez did exactly what he had to do, but he's not quick enough to get to second base. It's really, that's the play. Watch how you do it, youngsters. You sit out there, the runner stops. He wanted to chase him back, but he realized he had to get Crowe first, and Jimenez being a catcher, he wasn't going to get started to go to second base. He threw it to first at the right time. They were able to get him at second base, so a double play. Well played by Cano.
Well played, Cano.
Yes, it was.
5-star league leaders brought to you by the GMC Sierra. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job. An unusual 4-3-6 double play.
Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it?
Don't see that one very often.
No, you do not.
But as you say, it was when you go over those types of plays in spring training, that's exactly how, from the base running standpoint and the fielding standpoint.
He did it right, though. I mean, Jimenez did it right as a base runner. You don't let the guy tag you. He did his job right. It's just that Cano did it better defensively. He threw it to first to get the speedster Crowe, and then they had enough time to get Jimenez at second base. So it was just well played by him.
Cabrera trying to bloop one in. He will. 2-out single for Asdrubal. Second hit of the inning. 6th hit of the night for the Indians.
Well, the last game of this series Thursday, it's going to be Dollar Dog Night. Come on out. Gate seal open up at 4:30. Come down, watch batting practice, enjoy hot dogs all night long for $1.
Shin-Soo Choo already 2 for 2 tonight off Sabathia. Both hits going to the opposite field. And even though that's the way the Yankees are playing him, they haven't been able to stop him so far. He muscled one over the head of Rodriguez at third, and then he laced one down into the left field corner in the fourth.
Yeah, the first one got inside on him, but that's exactly what you have to do if you want to be successful against left-handed pitchers. And then that one was a ball out of the zone. I don't know how he hit that ball, but he hit it on the line, kept it fair.
Fights it off.
I think Chu is earning his respect around the league. You know, when you get into this lineup, they didn't have him for just a couple of weeks. He just went on the 15-day DL, and you can see how they missed him. But when he came back, I'll tell you, he means an awful lot to this lineup. And defensively out in right field.
Think how fortunate both he and the ball club were on that diving play that he made where he initially hurt the thumb. And I think a lot of us felt right away that, oh boy, this is bad. He's going to be out, maybe surgery.
We thought it was surgery, really.
But he was able to avoid that, just spent the 2 weeks on the DL. And as you said, it's like he never missed a beat. Next pitch will be number 80 for Sabathia here in the fifth. Tribe leads it 2-0. Big bouncer towards Cano. And this will end the inning. 5 in the books. It's Cleveland 2, New York 0. $90 count multivitamin for $6.99 at any Northeast Ohio Mark's location.
So come into your nearest Mark's, where you'll find a huge selection at low prices every day.
2-0 Indians lead it as we go to the sixth inning here at Progressive Field. Josh Tomlin, 25-year-old rookie right-hander in his major league debut, has given up 1 hit, but he has faced just the minimum through 5 innings. Bottom third here, Juan Miranda, Francisco Cervelli, and Brett Gardner for the Yankees. Miranda struck out his first time up. 60 pitches now for Josh Tomlin. 7 out of 16 first pitch strikes. Just above the belt there. A lot of pop-ups and fly ball outs. Although last inning, 3 ground ball outs all to Matt Laporta at first.
Yeah, that's right. All unassisted.
Laporta driving in a run with a sacrifice fly tonight, so he's been busy with his glove and helping out with the bat as well. The 2-1. Good changeup again. Two. Broke his bat. Donald jumps up, makes the catch. One down here in the 6th. That's one of those balls where I'm sure as an infielder you're not sure how far is this carrying. Is it going to be too high over my head? And he timed it perfectly.
Well, he jammed him, so he didn't hit it all that hard. He realized once, okay, there it is. I'm not going to. It had some air underneath. It gave him time to get his feet ready so he could jump up.
Now Francisco Cervelli, who flied to center his first time up. Four days away now from the trading deadline. Pretty quiet, too, around baseball. Even the rumors you're hearing don't seem to be all that juicy.
Well, some of the guys that, were out there injured themselves before the deadline.
That's true.
We talked about it. De Jesus, he hurt himself in New York. Sheets out in Oakland. That was a starting pitcher that people, I'm sure, were looking at.
We're just being handed a sheet here that says Stephen Strasburg, the Washington Nationals sensation, scratched from his scheduled start for the Nationals tonight against the Braves. Could not get loose when he was in the bullpen. Not going to take any chances with that young man. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Cervelli. The pitch from Tomlin. Hit in the air to left center. Racing over his Kearns, and he makes the catch. 2 down. This game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. In the first, Kearns base hit left field. Chu try to score from second. Out at the dish. But then the Indians would get on the board when Cervelli couldn't hold this throw from Alex Rodriguez because Cabrera kicked it loose. And the Indians grabbed the 1-0 lead. Later in the same inning, Matt Laporta with a sacrifice fly, and the Indians lead it 2-0. The Yankees committing 2 errors in that 4th inning. For a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com.
Well, the Yankees are 41-21 against right-handed starters. You can't ask for anything better than what's happened here the first 2 nights between Westbrook now and Josh Tomlin.
70 pitches for Tomlin. That's down low. Jake Westbrook came up empty last night on the short end of the 3-2 score.
Well, the 8th inning home run is what cost him. Off the bat of Curtis Granderson.
Even as disappointed as he was, he felt like overall, though, he threw the ball about as well as he has all season long.
I would agree with it.
Foul over there on the first base side. And now Gardner down on a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 pitch.
Well, he's asking where that pitch was because the first time he struck out was a fastball on the inside corner that he ended up taking. He looked at, and he went right back in there with 2 strikes. He wanted to know if that last one was a strike.
Fly ball center field. Trevor Crowe makes the grab. A one-hit shutout through 6 innings for Josh Tomlin in his Major League debut. 2-0 Tribe. This evening here in downtown Cleveland, and the Indians have a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Austin Kearns, Shelley Duncan, and Johnny Peralta due up for the Tribe. Breaking ball down low, 1-0 the count. Kearns singled in his first at bat, and then in the 4th. And this is how goofy baseball can be sometimes. He had a solid base hit in the first inning with Chu at second base. And on that base hit, he didn't get an RBI because Gardner threw out Chu at home plate on a tremendous play. Then in the 4th, he shatters his bat, rolls one to third, and the run scores. He didn't get credit for an RBI on that one because they charged the catcher with an error. But the Indians got a run home in that instance when Cabrera kicked the ball loose. There's a drive deep center field. Granderson back. He's out of room. Makes the catch, does he? No, it falls loose. Kearns around second. He's digging for third, and he'll go in standing with a triple. Oh, Granderson almost made a sensational catch, but it popped loose. He tried to pin it up against his body, and it squirted free.
Well, that ball was smoked. That was hit hard going into right center field. Granderson got there. And I'll tell you, I don't know if the fence jarred it out. The fence jarred it out of his glove, and it fell onto the ground as Kearns continued to run, gets all the way to third, and the Indians catch a break. He had it, and then he hits the fence. He never really caught it.
Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Right.
Because once that ball touches the fence, he couldn't have caught it.
That's right.
Even if he'd have hung on. But what was interesting, did you notice how it hit him in the palm of the glove initially?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Now Shelley Duncan takes a strike.
When you're on a dead run like that and you've got the wall to deal with, sometimes you don't know. You're getting your glove near the area, and you don't know where it's hitting because you're on a dead run. That ball's jumping as you're running to that spot.
Sometimes you're just hoping it sticks in the webbing.
That's why you get the biggest glove. You just hope it hits in there and sticks. That time it didn't stick.
Yankees have the infield part way in. They're not all the way at the cut of the grass, but they're trying to cut that run down at third base.
Well, if they get a one-hopper to them, they will look home or try and hold them. You don't have to send Kearns here with nobody out. You have a 2-run lead. You can make the ball go through.
Duncan lays off. Well, I know it's only 3 at-bats, but nice to see Austin Kearns back in the lineup and seems to have some of that aggressiveness back in his swing. And I know he's been banged up.
Man, he's a veteran. He's been playing banged up for a while now. It is. It's nice to have some veteran guys in the middle part of that lineup.
Duncan, high pop foul back out of play.
See, he helped out CC right there. Swung at. He could be hitting a 2-1 count. That's the big difference there. On a 1-1 pitch, you helped him out. You went out of the zone. Now you're sitting to protect. And that was the fastball that CC showed him because he wants to get him out with a changeup.
The 1-2. Got him. 4th strikeout for Sabathia. 1 down here in the 6th. Time now for the AT&T trivia question answer. AT&T rethink possible. I guess Buddy Bell, but I guess from your tone I was incorrect.
That's my old roomie, man. Dwayne Kuiper did that, 1978.
2 bases loaded triples in the same game.
Yeah, it was game 2 of a doubleheader. Catfish Hunter started that game from what Mike Pock could tell me. Now, I don't remember all this, mind you.
You remember like it was yesterday.
No, they knocked him out. We knocked him out of the game. He didn't retire a batter. We scored 6 runs off Catfish. I don't know who he got the other one off of.
Infield drawn in, and Johnny Peralta waves at that changeup. This next pitch will be number 90 for Sabathia. Even though sometimes a team will have a pitcher's number for whatever reason. Sabathia, for example, has historically struggled against Oakland in Oakland. Was that unusual to go out and beat up a Catfish Hunter like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but even the best, they have a good, they'll go out there and they'll get lunched once in a while.
1-1 pitch. Well, the reason I was asking, it wasn't a case where you guys always just seem to have his number then.
No, but now that I think about it, that was in July on this date. We did get him in 78. The last game of the year to push it into a playoff would be Catfish Hunter in that game.
To force the dramatic Bucky Dent game.
Yeah, exactly right.
You owned Catfish Hunter. Go ahead, just say it.
No, we did not. He was a comfortable 0 for 4.
I've heard that many times before. I used to say, what do you mean a comfortable 0 for 4? Oh, you see the ball great, you swing great,
at it, you hit it
in the ground, or you pop it up, and you're like, how the heck can't I hit this guy?
How am I 0 for 4? Well, CC, I don't think wants a whole lot to do with Peralta. He's not going to let him drive it in, or at least try not to, because if he walks him, then he'll have the double play in order.
Ball 4. Peralta takes his base. Brings up Matt Laporta. Let's go back to the studios once again for an in-game update with Al.
Matt, you want to talk about a hot hitter? How about Danny Valencia? He's 11th for his last 15 for the Twins. Quite a showing for the 25-year-old rookie. Puts Minnesota ahead with this base hit 2-0. They're in Kansas City now, 2nd inning. Back to you.
Yeah, Al, that kid's on fire, and they're certainly enjoying that in Minnesota and hoping that with Justin Morneau coming back. Joe Mauer had 5 hits last night in that blowout win. Well, Minnesota began the night just a game back of Chicago in the Central. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Laporta charges this ball. Deep center. Granderson back. It's over his head. Hits at the base of the wall. Kern scores. Peralta into 3rd. He'll stop there. Matt Laporta with an RBI double makes it 3-0 Cleveland. Laporta with his 10th double of the year. His 2nd RBI of the night gives him 21 now on the season.
Well, this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's a big hit right here. Matt Laporta gets a pitch to his liking. He went down, and that was a nice stroke. Stayed on it, drilled it into the gap. I'll tell you, Granderson got there in a hurry and waited for it. Peralta was off and running. But they missed the first one. Cutoff man, the trailer was right there. They got to hold him up at 3rd. It's still 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, but the Indians have a 3-0 lead now. And a chance to add to it, and every run counts, man. Add on.
That right there was probably the perfect illustration of when you say, when you get a fastball to hit in an at-bat, you can't foul it back. And he squared that baby up.
Yes, he did. And Matt can hit the fastball. They've been throwing him a steady diet of off-speed pitches in this series, and they're going to go ahead and walk Donald, and they'll take their chances with Jimenez. Well, against your good pitchers, when you get a pitch, if you get a pitch in an at-bat, you certainly do not want to foul it off. And they didn't do it that time. They've had a couple balls right on the nose in this inning. And they've made CC pay. 8 hits now for the Tribe. And Manny, I'll tell you what, he's not happy with 3. He wants a couple more in here, and I don't blame him. Chris Jimenez will have an opportunity to at least add on.
Well, Chris had a base hit his last time up off Sabathia. Got a breaking ball that he was able to line up the middle for a single. See Tim Belcher talking with Josh Tomlin. Josh Tomlin has been sensational tonight. 6 innings of 1-hit shutout baseball. Now he's got a 3-0 lead. Looking for more as Jimenez takes a fastball up high.
That's the show pitch, and we'll see if many kids can sit back and look for that changeup that he's going to throw down and away and try and take him to right field.
Bunts it. Foul. They had the squeeze play on there.
That's all right. That's a perfect time with 1 out. No one's expecting it. He missed with the first pitch. He got a changeup away. It was a good pitch to bunt, but at least he fouled it off. Watch this. Peralta didn't give it away. There's the changeup. Oh, baby, just fouled it off. That's all right. Good try. That's how much he's trying for that insurance run right there. He'll put a squeeze on for it.
Now the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now Chris Jimenez ahead in the count, 2-1. Bags filled with Indians here in the 6th. 1 run in, looking for more. Fouled it straight back, 97 miles an hour. Peralta at third. Laporta, who doubled in a run this inning, is at second, and Donald, who was intentionally walked, is at first. Right fielder Nick Swisher shortened up. Granderson in center, shading Jimenez over toward right. And Gardner, the left fielder, you saw well off the line. The 2-2. Outside, full count. Tony Pena and Joe Girardi talk it over as Trevor Crowe waits on deck.
Little concern there. I mean, when you look at it, because they're big boys struggling right now. Indians have a chance to try and deliver a knockout punch here.
This crowd making some noise. With the bases loaded and 1 out. And a 3-2 pitch. Spoils it.
He went back to that changeup, and that's a pitch he consistently throws. And when it's on the line, and I know as a hitter, you don't want to get beat with a fastball, but you try and foul his fastball up if you got enough guts to look for that changeup. Tonight in 3 at-bats, Jimenez has seen 17 pitches.
That's making the most of your 3 ABs
That's
you were
exactly
talking about.
Right. He didn't give anything away today.
Again, the payoff.
Had a bite. See, there you go. There was that fastball he reared up. Just foul it off. And he's going to come back with that changeup again. Now he looks like he's getting it up there.
So you think maybe he's looking for the changeup?
Well, he could be. And to me, that makes sense. Foul his fastball off, and now they got to talk about it. But that's all you have to do with his fastball. You can't look both. You're not going to hit both. If you're dead set on looking for his fastball, there's a chance you're going to strike out. Well, either way, you can. But he'll get more frustrated throwing that fastball when you foul it off. And then if you're sitting on that changeup, just try and shoot it the other way, and I'll tell you what, you've got a good chance of winning this battle.
Sabathia's 106th pitch of the night is ball 4. 4-0 Cleveland.
He was locked in that at-bat.
Chris Jimenez, drawing the bases-loaded walk, gets his first RBI on the year.
He was locked in right there.
Now, let's not forget, Jimenez is behind the plate tonight, so he knows what's at stake with the rookie Josh Tomlin on the hill making his major league debut.
Well, that's the third walk in the inning for Sabathia, and that's walking home a run.
Of course, one of those was intentional, but nonetheless, 3 base on balls. They're still loaded, still only 1 out, and Trevor Crowe 0 for 3 is the batter. Ground ball to second. Cano to Jeter. On to Miranda, and the inning is over. But the Indians get 2 more. Through 6, lead it 4-0.
More of what's possible at ATT.com. AT&T Rethink Possible. By the Sierra from GMC. Never send a truck to do a Sierra's job. And by Wendy's. You know when it's real. Wendy's.
4-0 Cleveland. 7th inning here at Progressive Field. Josh Tomlin has made 75 pitches in his major league debut here tonight. He has faced the minimum through 6 innings. The only hit was a Derek Jeter single in the 4th. He was erased trying to steal second. 48 strikes thrown by Tomlin. This young man has really shown some tremendous poise.
That he has. He's never really struggled. He has gone out and just been inning after inning, continued to make the pitch after pitch. I'm trying to think. You'll know. Who was it that made their first start against the Yankees and one hit them?
Billy Traber.
Billy Traber. That's exactly right. I knew you would know.
Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Mr. Youngtown back there saying Tommy Kramer.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. The only thing I'm not sure of, I don't think that was his first start, though.
We'll see if Bo will find out.
I don't remember.
He won't find out. He guessed wrong. He's mad at us.
What did he say, Tommy Traber?
Tommy Kramer.
Oh, Tommy Kramer. How about Tommy Kramer? There's a name from the past.
Yeah, that was the one here from Texas.
1993. Down low. Oh, boy. Now you got Murph mad at you. Tommy's mad at you.
It's okay.
Yankees have been quieted by Indians pitching in this series, but they did get the win last night in a low-scoring affair. As Peralta throws out Jeter, 1 down. Here's our Miller taste greatness moment. It was Billy Traber's 8th career start, I'm told.
Okay.
But against the New York Yankees, he threw a 1-hitter. What a ball game. Who was the hit? Was it Posada that had the only hit? It doesn't matter. He gave up 1 hit. John Flaherty's the guy that had the hit.
We should have talked to him. We were talking to him before the game. He's doing the games with Ken Singleton.
Yes, he is. Nice guy.
We should have. I did not know that
John
was our Miller
Flaherty.
moment. Murph, that's why Murph's mad at me, huh?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
You spoiled it coming out of the break. Nice job.
Well, go figure.
Nick Swisher 0 for 2. You know, if you spent more time talking to the producer and less time hobnobbing with celebrities like Jimmy Hanlon in between innings, you'd have known that.
He brought his son up. I had to say hello.
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Nick Swisher, who is 0 for 2 tonight.
How about his son's name is Hogan?
Yeah. He's all golf,
Hogan
isn't he?
and Palmer, yes, indeed.
And you know what? You've got to be pretty secure in your manhood to wear the kind of pants that Jimmy Hanlon strolls around in.
Yes, you do.
He is not afraid.
No, I think he's colorblind. He doesn't really know what color they are.
Well, he can at least see patterns, can't he?
No.
Jimmy does a tremendous job on Sports Time Ohio with Tee It Up Ohio. He and his partner Mike Cairns. And, of course, you can also see him Sunday nights on the Golf Zone. Right now, the story is Josh Tomlin. What an effort so far here tonight. 6 1/3, 1-hit baseball. The 2-2 pitch to Nick Swisher. Missed up high. Swisher, former Ohio State Buckeye, said in the 8th inning when he's here, he has to stop and do the OHIO.
In the 8th inning?
He's got to do it. He said, it just kind of comes over you.
Well, when you go there, I understand.
Payoff pitch. Line toward left field. Racing back as Kearns turns around. Plays it off the wall. Makes a good strong throw to second. And Swisher just does beat it with a slide. And that's a 1-out double for the Yankees right fielder. And only the second hit allowed by Josh Tomlin here tonight.
Well, Swisher going the other way with him. You see that ball had good movement. It looked like it was a changeup down. And he stayed right on it. I'll tell you, he did a good job hitting that ball off the wall. It'll be his 24th double. Gets himself into scoring position.
Now Mark Teixeira 0 for 2 is the batter. Some stirring in the Indians' bullpen. Called strike outside edge. Here's the set in the 0-1 and a ground ball. Cabrera with a sliding stop throws him out with that shift on. As Drupal figured, I better cut it off because by the time it gets to Donald, Teixeira might beat it out.
And he's right. He did cut it off. Anytime you get an opportunity to do that, go right ahead. He's able to get it, pop up, and get the out. Swisher does go to third, and you're right. There's no way. If he gets that ball, there's no way that Donald's going to get it and throw him out, I don't think.
Certainly would have been a closer play, but Cabrera made it a no-doubter. That brings up Alex Rodriguez, 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 6 in the series. Tomlin ready. He delivers, and those flash bulbs pop all around the ballpark.
Start seeing them better now.
I guess it's kind of a misnomer to call them flash bulbs. There hasn't been a flash bulb in like 20 years. Those digital cameras are popping all around the park. Now the set and the 0-1. A little bit low to even the count. Rodriguez grounded to short his first time up, and then weakly tapped to first back in the 5th. 90 pitches on the night for Josh Tomlin as left-hander Rafael Perez loosens in the Tribe pen. Swung on and missed. He challenged him with another good fastball. He threw a 92-mile-an-hour heater past him earlier in the ballgame.
At first at bat, you're absolutely right. Well, you know, it's been off-speed pitch, off-speed pitch. That one just stayed up. He rode the fastball up and got it by him.
Runner at third with 2 down. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. In the air. Deep right center. Chu is back. Makes the catch. 7 2-hit shutout innings of work for Josh Tomlin in his major league debut. It's a standing O for the rookie for Zip Cleveland. Field, and a reminder, Panini's home of the overstuffed sandwich with 3 new locations now open in Chagrin Falls, Solon, and Brunswick, coming soon to Twinsburg. Log on to paninisgrill.com for a list of locations. Josh Tomlin has pitched a tremendous game for the Indians here tonight. CC Sabathia has allowed 4 runs in 6 innings. Although his defense let him down a bit in that 4th. Cabrera with a tapper back to the mound. 1 quick out. Back to the studios one more time. Here's Al Pulaski with an update.
All right, Matt, to Chicago we go, and Paul Konerko just keeps hitting them. Homer number 23 on the season. White Sox are blowing out the M's right now, 8-0. They're in the 4th inning on Chicago's South Side. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Al. Bunt. Oh, and a beauty by Chu. His 3rd hit of the night. And a one-out base runner now for Austin Kearns.
Well, that's just an automatic right there if you get it in fair territory. Nobody expected that, especially with a 4-run lead. And Chu says, you want to give it to me? I'll take it. Thank you very much. His 3rd hit, the Indians' 9th. Look at him.
Austin Kearns has had a good night. Singled, tripled, scored a run. Misses inside for ball 1. Pitch to Kearns, just foul. Quick note on that game we were talking about earlier. Our trivia question tonight. The 2 triples in one game, bases loaded. Phil Shimalewski, checking in with us on Facebook, said, here's the link to retrosheet.com, has all the old box scores. Believe it or not, Catfish Hunter only lasted 6 batters into that game before he got the hook.
Yeah.
And Kuiper ended up tripling off Russ Kameyer and Ken Clay. Those were the 2
Kenny
guys.
Clay or Russ Kameyer.
Yeah. So a 6-batter hook into a game?
You're going to have to ask the manager. Who was it? Billy Martin at the time. Probably. You don't have to, send us who was managing. So he didn't get any off of Catfish, huh?
How about that, though? But I just can't get over a guy getting yanked 6 batters into a game. And we've seen some bad first innings before. But
you never know if he was starting that game and wasn't feeling really good to begin with.
2-1 pitch to Kearns. Inside again. Well, Steven Strasburg, for example, was warming up tonight in his start for the Nationals against the Atlanta Braves. Couldn't get loose, felt some stiffness, obviously, and they shut him down immediately.
Yeah, and they're still winning 3-0 in the 7th inning. Batista ended up making the start.
That's not as rare as it seems like the emergency guy, the guy you don't think about, is the guy that goes in and pitches well.
Yeah, that does happen quite often.
Swung on and missed, full count. Like a starter gets knocked out early and the next guy comes in and pitches lights out.
That's how Jake Westbrook became a starter against Detroit.
Exactly right. Chan-Ho Park loosening for New York. His name has been rumored to be on the block.
That's a confrontation, though, I think some people want to see with Chu and Chan-Ho Park before these 4-game series is over. Both fellow countrymen.
Yeah. Would certainly grab some attention in Korea.
And certainly would there, absolutely. I'm sure the media around here, they would love it.
CC Sabathia, 115 pitches tonight. Kearns having a pretty good at bat here. Already 2 hits off the big fella. Chu's running. Kearns, high pop, right field near the line. Swisher, long run, and makes the catch. He had to put the brakes on because he was running out of real estate and was still able to reach out and grab it for out number 2.
Well, if you're looking for a unique and fun location and a special occasion, why not book a suite here at Progressive Fields? They host groups from 10 to 60 and offer a great view of the game alongside with premium food and beverage. Call 216-420-HITS for full details.
Shelley Duncan cuts and misses. Duncan 0 for 3 tonight in the DH spot. Grounded out, popped out, and struck out.
Well, with the CC now at about 117 pitches, this will be, and he threw 120 in his last start. So that'll be 238 pitches in his last 2 starts. And I told you, his last loss came way back in May. May 23rd against the Mets. His next start after that one was against the Indians back in New York. Had a no decision, but had left that game with a 10-5 lead. But tonight he's on the short end of a 4-0 ball game.
0-2 delivery, high and wide. Chuck's last call comes your way after the ball game, presented by PNC Bank. You'll take calls and emails right after the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show. Chuck's last call, presented by PNC Bank. After the game, right here on STO. Two balls, 2 strikes. 120 pitches for CC Sabathia. He made 120 his last time out against Kansas City, his season high. He'll surpass that right here, and the runner goes, and it's popped up behind the plate and into the seats. And that's Joe Girardi coming out to check on catcher Francisco Cervelli. He must have got hit with the bat of Shelley Duncan on the follow-through. Duncan has that long extension on his follow-through. And if you'll catch this, I think it got him on the, was it the glove or the bare hand? Oh, it got him on the elbow. Oh, yeah. You feel that one all the way into your fingertips, probably.
Boy, you sure do. You're sitting up there looking for the baseball. Next thing you know, you get drilled with a bat.
Chu was running on that last 2-2 pitch. And the 2-2. Duncan spoils it. Well, one night after getting no hit by Tampa, Detroit has come back to bang out 10 hits tonight, and they still trail 3-2 in the game as they've gone to the 7th down in St. Pete.
That was Verlander for the Tigers, I know, who started that ball game against Shields.
Struck him out looking. 5 strikeouts for CC Sabathia. And we go to the 8th here in Cleveland, 4-0 Tribe.
Presented by the authority of the Cleveland Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
Four-zip Tribe on top. 8th inning here at Progressive Field. CC Sabathia has made 123 pitches through 7 innings. Josh Tomlin, 92. And Robinson Cano greets him with a double down into the right field corner to start the 8th inning. Cano's first hit of the series. And the Yankees' 3rd hit tonight. And with activity in the bullpen, we'll wait and see how long Manny Acta and Tim Belcher decide to stay with the rookie, and that may be it. Although Acta's going out with a jog here. Usually that's not an indication that he's going to make a move.
Well, he has nobody up loose. He's going to have to kill for some time. He just wanted to sit and talk to him.
Just give Perez got to be loose. He was pitching in that bullpen all last inning.
He was up last inning. Yeah. That's true. But he just wants to go out there right now. Oh, he did. He did. He made the move.
Okay. Right. What a job by Josh Tomlin. The rookie right-hander. 2-hit shutout baseball through 7. Gives up a leadoff double here in the 8th. And what a job Josh Tomlin did tonight. Talk about expectations. No one knew what to expect from this young man, but he went out and pitched like a grizzled veteran here this evening.
Well, you couldn't have scripted it any better. I mean, he went out there, changed speeds, nothing overpowering, kept him off balance, let his defense work behind him, and really actually made it look pretty easy. He got inside on some bats. He changed speeds. Looked like he threw some very good changeups. He ran a fastball inside. He had 2 strikeouts. He did not walk a hitter and gave up just 3 hits. And there's no way that Manny Acta could ask for anything better than what this young man Josh Tomlin did tonight. Give me 7, turn it over to the bullpen and say, come on, boys. They got him 4 runs and high fives all the way around, and rightfully so. It's not that easy, is it?
No matter what he does the rest of his career, he'll always have tonight. I mean, that's some kind of special debut, as you mentioned. This pitching change is brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Rafael Perez coming on for the 44th time this year. 3-0, 3.57 ERA. Ball's in the dirt. Jimenez blocked it, but down to third goes Cano. And Rick, I recognize we're only talking about one start for each of these guys, but with Genmar Gomez and Josh Tomlin. You got a couple of guys that, based on what we saw in that one start, you want to see more. You'd like to see each of them get some more opportunities.
Well, yeah, especially after they pitch, very well and they got a chance of getting wins here. You're right. You do want to see more.
1-0 pitch to Granderson. Tap foul.
With Gomez, it was a little different. You knew he was coming up for one start only. He was going to return at the end of the game. They knew that going in.
Right.
So it didn't matter unless he said, you pitch a perfect game, and then I don't think I can send you back. But that didn't happen, but he got the win. Now, this kid here, you're going to see it again.
The difference being in that situation, you already had 5 starters, and that was a spot start because of the doubleheader.
Right, that's correct.
In this case, right now, he makes that adds up to 5 starters. So,
yeah, he's your 5th. He will follow Westbrook in that rotation.
Unless they have other plans in mind. Curtis Granderson 0 for 2 tonight, but we know how dangerous he can be. Clobbered the big 2-run homer last night in the game. Broke his bat. Laporta, quick flip. Perez going to have to hurry, and he just did beat him to the bag. And Cano did not come home on the play.
Well, I don't know. He got locked up. He could have scored easily because with Laporta coming in, they're just getting the out in that situation. So he just froze.
Do you think because Laporta gave him sort of a half look that froze him?
No, I don't think so. If he was going on contact, I don't know why. He could have scored easily. If you get a halfway decent jump because he rolled over on that ball to the first base side, Laporta, there was no way was he going to come in and throw home.
Get a pinch hitter now. Marcus Timms, right-handed bat, comes off the bench for New York to hit for Juan Miranda. And Maniac is going to make the corresponding move. He'll go to the right-hander, Joe Smith. So with 1 out and a runner at third here in the 8th inning, we've got a timeout in Cleveland. Indians lead the Yankees 4-0. Lead at 4-0. Yankees have a runner at third with 1 out. Joe Smith got the call when Joe Girardi went to Marcus Timms as a pinch hitter, and once Smith was announced, Girardi went back to his bench and calls on Colin Curtis. So he burns Marcus Timms without him ever actually coming to the plate.
That's where when you go back to the bench, you say, way to scare him, man. You tell the guy, that a way to scare him. You took him right out. Made him change pitchers. That a boy.
So if you're Marcus Debs, do you say, well, I did my job tonight?
Yeah, boy. Can you imagine that's a day at the office, walking to the on-deck circle, getting loose.
Now Joe Smith, a first pitch strike to Colin Curtis. Did not play in yesterday's game. Does have 5 hits in his last 14 at-bats. And a ground ball to second. Jason Donald scoops it up, throws him out. 2 down. Yankees get on the board, and that run will be charged to Josh Tomlin, who officially tonight 7 innings, 1 run on 3 hits. And the RBI to Curtis. Two down, bases empty for Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli has flied to center and flied to left. Swung on and missed. Ground ball to first. Big hop for Laporta. He'll go to the bag himself. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Indians. Here at Progressive Field. And all sorts of changes for the Yankees. We will start with the new pitcher. It's right-hander Chan Ho Park. For the 26th time this year. Has not pitched very well for New York.
Did not. Pitched well for Philadelphia last year. Came over to New York. They expected, some of that late inning magic. He has a good arm, but just hasn't panned out. Swisher comes from right field into first base. And remaining in the game is Colin Curtis.
Johnny Peralta looks at a breaking ball for a strike.
So CC on the brink of looking for that first loss since May 23rd.
Well, the home plate umpire, Isanya rings up Peralta, said he went too far, 1 down.
He's made a few calls like that tonight where he just felt that he had a good look at it. Well, Dinner on the Diamond returns to Progressive Field. That'll be Friday, August 20th. The evening includes hors d'oeuvres, dinner served on the field, plus you'll play catch on the track, take batting practices in the indoor cages. You watch the Indians-Tiger game on the scoreboard. Call 216-420-HITS or visit Indians.com for your tickets.
Matt Laporta, another base hit. His second of the night. Laporta with a couple of runs batted in for the Indians. And a one-out base runner now for Jason Donald. A little bit high. Donald intentionally walked his last time up. And that would prove to be important because it loaded the bases, and Sabathia ultimately walked Chris Jimenez to drive in a run. Chopper to third. Rodriguez goes to second for one. Cano flips to first. And we'll go to the ninth. 4-1 Cleveland. Young man went to the barber before today's ball game. A freshly coiffed do for this game tonight. And he's watching the Tribe take a 4-1 lead into the ninth inning against the New York Yankees. Chris Perez coming on looking for the save. 42nd appearance of the year. No wins, 2 losses. ERA 2.29. He's struck out 34 in 39 1/3 innings of work. Looking for his team-leading 10th save of the year. Kerry Wood threw another bullpen session today, and Manny Acta said they'll check him out tomorrow, see how everything's going with the blister situation on his finger, and if everything goes according to plan, he could be headed for a brief rehab assignment, or he might need another bullpen session first. They'll determine that tomorrow. Brett Gardner 0 for 2 tonight. Takes a first pitch strike. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Gardner. Browns Family Day is coming up Saturday, August 7th at Brown Stadium. Admission free, fun for the whole family. Log on to STOHD.com now and register for a Browns Family Day VIP package. Free parking, field passes, sweet tickets, a whole lot more. Log on to STOHD.com now and get yourself signed up. Gardner slices it out of play. Crowd of 27,416 on hand here tonight at Progressive Field. So just over 27,000 for each of the first 2 games in this 4-game series. And we'll do it again once again tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll do it 2 more days.
7:05 tomorrow night. We'll have it for you on STO. Fausto Carmona looking for his 11th win of the year against A.J. Burnett of the Yankees. And there is Fausto, who has really pitched well for the Indians this year with an ERA of just .351.
The bullpen has been out, Matt. They've thrown 10 consecutive strikes.
Did he go? He did not. Mark Wegner said Gardner was able to check his swing. There is A.J. Burnett. And yes, those are real tattoos.
Those are the kind that you
it's not the
slice in
sleeves.
your arm and you you stick it on your arm when you were a kid.
The kind you get in the Cracker Jack box?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Those peeled off the minute you hit the water in the swimming pool.
No question. Those don't peel off. Those will be there for quite some time.
1-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit in the left for Gardner. And now Derek Jeter to the plate. 1 for 3 on the night.
There's a breaking ball down and away, and it was easy for him to serve it that way. He went out there, got the base hit, so they have a start to the 9th inning. That's only their 4th hit on the evening. But it comes back to the top of the lineup.
Jeter 1 hit in 7 at-bats so far in this series. Showing bunt, taking a strike. Josh Tomlin in line for the victory in his Major League debut here this evening. But all he can do now is watch and hope that Chris Perez can close it out. Just a little bit outside. 1-1. Whether or not Josh Tomlin gets his first Major League win is still hanging in the balance here.
Yeah,
but
he did his
CC
part.
Sabathia will not get his 150th win. That's what he was going for tonight. Fires to first, does Perez. He's made 10 pitches. 8 have been strikes. Jeter shoots it the other way. Fair ball. Just inside the line. Chu scoops it up, fires it in, but on his way to third goes Gardner. And the Yankees have runners at first and third with nobody out.
Boy, oh boy, that ball looked like it got chalk. It jams him, but that inside-out stroke of Jeter, it doesn't matter. Look at it. He almost double-clutched on it. To keep that ball fair is almost impossible, but he gets it right inside the line. Now that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Yankees right back in business after back-to-back singles.
And you've got Nick Swisher with Mark Teixeira on deck and Alex Rodriguez in the hole. Getting dicey for Chris Perez here in the ninth. Swisher doubled his last time up. 2 for 6 in the series. Foul back. Swisher's other hit was a home run last night, a solo shot. The 0-1 in there for a strike, nothing into the count. Now the 2-strike offering. Popped up, foul. In toward the seats, out of play.
Boy, you would be happy to trade a ground ball, get that ground ball double play here. Nobody out. The tying run is coming to the plate here, top half of the ninth.
Now the 2-strike pitch. Got him! Perez strikes out Swisher, 1 down. Well, by being ahead in the count, Swisher, well, it looked like he was caught in between having to protect.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pitch. Atwell out of the zone. That was a very good slider. And that's what happens, boy. You make the hitters expand their strike zone when you get ahead. That's exactly what Chris Perez did. He gets the first out.
Mark Teixeira pops it up. Cabrera calling for it, makes the catch. And the runners have to hold. Well, this is an appropriate finish for the ball game here tonight. You've got Alex Rodriguez sitting on 599 career home runs. 0 for 7 in the series. And he'll be at the plate with the game on the line. And 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. And I would imagine, Rick, just about every one of these 27,416 who are here will be on their feet.
Well, it's pretty close to it right now.
Once again, the home run porch in left field is jam-packed. People out there can barely move. Perez looks into Jimenez for the sign. A strike called. 97 miles an hour for the right-hander from Miami. There's that home run porch. All squished in there. Outfield deep. Ground ball to short. Cabrera flips to second, and the game is over. Chris Perez nails down the save, having to go through Swisher, Teixeira, and Rodriguez to do it. And Josh Tomlin, the 25-year-old rookie right-hander, is a winner in his major league debut as the Indians even the series at a game apiece with the 4-1 victory.